The Archbishop, His Eminence Nicholas Duncan Williams, has met the newly elected President of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama, at his office in Cantonments, and he, together with other men of God, met to share some words of encouragement, motivation, and also to remind him of the essence of putting the church and people at first in terms of his leadership and how he has won victory over the elections in Ghana. Ghana had the elections 2024, and the National Democratic Congress, the NDC, had an overwhelming majority of over 180 members of parliament, where the President John Dramani Mahama was elected with over 56% in the elections. And together with other men of God, the Archbishop, His Eminence Nicholas Duncan Williams, met the President-elect John Dramani Mahama to share some words of encouragement with him. This election has been one of the most watched elections in Ghana, and we thank the Lord for its success and what it has come with. And let us go check out what the Archbishop, His Eminence Nicholas Duncan Williams, said to the President John Mahama after they met in his office. And let me know your comments, and I'll be sure to respond to you in the comment section.
The governments of this country will change during your term in office, and that we will see a new and a beautiful Ghana by the grace of God. In the book of Daniel, the 4th chapter and the 17th verse, the Bible says that all the living may know that the Most High rules in the affairs of men and give the kingdoms of men to whomsoever he wills. And it is very clear that what has happened in Ghana is the fulfillment of Daniel chapter 4 and the 17th verse, that God has given the kingdom to whosoever he pleases, irrespective of what men did and the efforts of men. And I believe that with everything you've been through and suffered and endured, you yourself know that but for God, this victory wouldn't have happened. And so we are grateful, and we just came one more time to congratulate you and to say, like they say in Twi, Abuano, baby, a chichire no, and one yesare no. So wherever the animal was tied is the same place the animal is released, and you know the source of your victory. So we just want to remind you that never forget, like the Bible says, God said to Nathan, go tell my servant David to remember that he was a shepherd boy, and I took him from the sheepfold, and I gave his master's throne to him, and I, the Lord, made him king over my people Israel. Tell David to remember. Mr. President, we want to say by the word of the Lord, remember where you have come from. Remember who made you king. As long as you remember him, he will never forsake you. And it doesn't matter the challenges you face. You will rise as an eagle. You will soar. You will have the upper hand. You will solve very complex and difficult problems with ease, because you didn't come this far. It was him that brought you that far. So on that note, I will hand over to the General Secretary to just mention some of the few points once the media is here, and then after that, the media can excuse us.
The church is known for its role in education and healthcare for a very long time. And indeed, in our time, previous time in office, we had come to the stage where we wanted to see an expanded role of the church, both in education and healthcare. And so one of the things I had indicated was that we needed to have a change of policy in terms of building public hospitals, and that in communities where you had a good operating mission hospital, rather than go and build another hospital to compete with it, we should spend the resources expanding the mission hospital so that it can provide the same quality healthcare that we expect. Unfortunately, in rolling out this Agenda 111, many places where there are mission hospitals, government has gone to plant a new hospital. And already the Ghana Health Service is overburdened. They are not able to manage the hospitals well, because we don't have professional health administrators managing those hospitals. You know, you have clinical services, clinicians, and you have hospital administration and management. These are two completely separate fields. The Christian Health Association of Ghana Hospitals and the mission hospitals, they are better run than the Ghana Health Service hospitals. But all of a sudden, we have another 80-something hospitals for Ghana Health Service to manage. I mean, what do you expect is going to happen? Government will put all the equipment, then gradually the equipment run down, X-ray is broken, MRI is broken down, this is broken down, and then people still have to go to the private sector to go and get these same services. So we need a change of mindsets completely. It's the same with schools. I mean, everybody is clamoring to go to the mission schools now because they are better managed. Everybody wants to go to Holy Child, Wesley Girls, and all those other schools. And so how we expand our partnership with the missions in terms of management of some of these facilities, instead of being in competition with the church and missions, we should rather be partnering with them, sometimes even handing over public schools to them to manage, so that they will be managed better, handing over public hospitals to them to manage, so that they will be managed better and reduce the burden that we have on their health services. We have the one-day compact, and we carefully selected the things that we thought were achievable in 120 days. And so we're going to work diligently to make sure that at the end of 120 days, we're able to put a check on each of them. And so I'll soon inaugurate a committee that is focused on achieving the 120-day plan. And under it, we have Operation Recover All the Loot. I'm happy you have expressed your support for it.